welcome. I'm Laura. Whether you're new to yoga or simply looking to refresh your foundational skills, this sequence is hopefully perfect for you as we move through a gentle and accessible practice today. Some props you may want to have to hand are some blankets and also cushions and pillows. I'm going to be using my bolster today, but cushions and pillows work just as well. So we're going to meet in a cross-legged seat. Now this pose is called Sukhasana, which translates as easy pose, which can be misleading because this isn't necessarily easy to do. You may find that your knees are kind of high up, the back feels hunched and arched. So to make this more accessible and comfortable for each body, we can use our cushions and our pillows and even the blankets all folded up to raise the seat and the hips a little bit. So I'm going to be taking my cushions here, my bolster, and placing it behind and sitting on that just to raise my seat a little bit. Find however much you need for your own body today and begin to settle in here and see if the knees are a little lower, if the back feels a little bit straighter. You can even roll up extra blankets and cushions underneath the knees to make this comfortable for your body today. So we begin to settle into this seated pose, softening the gaze and drawing that energy up through our mats, through the hips, up through the spine, as it passes through the belly, through the rib cage, up through the shoulders, allowing them to just drop and soften, up through the neck, up, out through the crown of the head. And as you settle into this space, begin to bring some gentle awareness to your breath, the soft inhale and exhale, the rise and fall of the belly, the expansion and contraction of the rib cage, the inner rhythm of your own body, finding that quiet space. And whenever you feel during this practice that you may be losing your way or losing focus, you can always bring that awareness back to the breath. Inhale, the exhale. You can begin to invite some movement into the body. So releasing the hands, taking them out in front. Imagine like you have a beach ball between your hands. As you inhale to lift it up and over, keeping those shoulders down. Exhale to bring the hands back down again. Inhale the arms up. And exhale them back down again. And then once more, inhaling up. Exhaling back down. Coming into a gentle side stretch. Taking your left arm out to the side. You can have the fingers rested on the mat like this, up on fingertips, just to give you a little bit of length and hold a little bit of weight. And as you reach up with the right arm, sweeping it up and over. Inhaling to lengthen in the side body. Feel that lovely long line coming up and over. That wonderful stretch. Inviting the breath into the side body. Exhaling to soften. Inhaling back to center as you sweep the arm back round. And we can swap sides here, so taking the right hand down, resting on those fingertips just gently, and then beginning to sweep that left arm up and over. It reaches over wherever it reaches for you today. Feeling that openness across the side body here, that lovely long line. Inhaling to lengthen and reach. Exhaling to soften. And inhaling up and over, back to center. And then you can begin to remove any props you have for your seated pose as we come in ready for a tabletop. So I'm going to swap out for my blanket here. My other one is currently being used, as you can see. So using this blanket just to help with the knees a little bit, give them a little bit of extra cushion. And find your stance where it works for you today. So beginning to settle into our tabletop as you stack the wrists underneath the shoulders. Feeling that strongness, pressing the fingers down, really spreading them out wide, creating a nice sturdy base for yourself. And then the knees coming underneath the hips. Bones stacking down one another over the mat. And feeling that length in the spine, that drawing out from the crown of the head and the tip of the tailbone, finding that nice length in the spine here for our tabletop. As we prepare ourselves to go through a round of cat-cows, our Marjariasana and Pithilasana. So to prepare first, let's practice a cow together. And that's on our inhale. So on that, you'll want to drop your stomach down. Feel the stomach dropping down. And as it drops, the tailbone begins to lift. The pelvis tilts like that, begins to lift up. And the chest draws forward. Imagine there's a rope on the front of the chest, pulling it forward. The gaze shines up. And this is for our inhale here. Looks like a little boat, a U shape. And then we go in the opposite direction for our exhales. You push up and out, through the hands, up through the shoulders. The tailbone tucks under and the back arches. That's our exhale, and we come back to center again. So we'll move through some rounds of this together with our breath work. So let's get ready for cow. So we inhale, drop the belly, pull the chest forward, lift the gaze. Exhale to push the earth away from you. Tuck the tailbone under. Reach up and out. Exhaling. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the tailbone. Chest comes forward. And exhale, push away with the hands. Tailbone tucks under, broaden across the back of the shoulders. Inhale again, drop the belly, chest forward, tailbone lifts. And last exhale, pushing away with the hands, broadening across the back, tailbone under. And then coming back to our center, into our tabletop again. And we'll move through our plank, coming down into cobra. We don't have to be up in a full plank. We can stay here with the knees down. The feet can be left tucked under like this. The backs of the feet down on the mat. Maybe you pad the hands forward a little bit and then begin to lean over and gently lower the chest down, bringing the chest down slowly. And then find your space here on the mat. Feel like you're walking your legs back a little bit. Give them some space here. Feel them wiggling back and then pressing the backs of the feet firmly into the mat here. Softening here, keeping the hands to the side of the shoulders. And then on our inhale, pushing down with the hands, with the elbows tucked into the side body. Begin to lift the chest up and away. Feel like you're pulling forward on the mat. Pulling that chest forward. Inhale. And then exhale to soften back down. You can make yourself a little forehead pillow by placing one hand over the other. And the forehead gently rests here for a moment. And when you're ready, we'll come up for another cobra. So taking the hands next to your shoulders, the elbows tucked in, pressing down with the backs of the feet as you inhale to feel like you're pulling forward as your chest lifts up. Inhaling up. Exhaling to soften back down again onto our little forehead pillow here. Just to allow your spine to rest from the back bend. And we'll move back through that same position we've just been in. So putting your hands next to the shoulders, we'll push back up into our plank and through into our tabletop again. So pushing up, lifting up, back into the tabletop, and then keep moving as you take the hips all the way back behind you for a child's pose. Reaching them all the way back. You may want to adjust yourself even here. Maybe you keep the blanket here, or you might want to have the blanket forward to rest your head on. So as you take that seat back, taking the hips all the way back, keeping a nice wide stance in your child's pose here. Toes meet and begin to release down. The forehead can come down. Reaching the arms forward, softening down. Feel the tailbone draw back. The arms reaching forward. Breathing in and out. Keeping that awareness on the breath. Then when you're ready, begin to come back up through this position. Just pad the hands forward. Come upright. And then we'll meet back in our seat from the beginning. Maybe just taking the blanket. You can raise the seat that way. Lifting the hips up. Taking a moment here to reconnect with the breath. Taking one hand to heart, one to belly. Inhaling and exhaling. I hope this practice has served as a gentle introduction to yoga. It's left you feeling really grounded, centered and connected to your body. As you continue to explore and deepen your practice, may you find joy and strength in each step along the way. And take a moment to thank yourself for making time for your practice, your body, your mind. Inhale in and exhale out.